Good afternoon, everyone. I want to first thank the Maryland Hotel and Lodging Association for inviting me to this special event. This is my third time speaking at this event, and every time it hits my calendar, I begin to get excited about it because of what it stands for. I enjoy arriving early and taking the opportunity to walk around and meet many of the hotel owners, managers, company representatives, and vendors. But the part that I enjoy the most is spending time with the line-level associates in our business. I enjoy spending time with those folks that are on the front lines serving our guests every day. And today I had a chance to meet many of the award nominees. And in some cases, I met their families, their friends, supervisors, and I'll say to all of you the same thing I said to them. Congratulations on your nominations, and thank you for what you do to make our guests have great stays. Thank you. And the people I met earlier today, they were outstanding people. And that's what our business is about. Our business is about people. Your hotel can have the newest electronic gadgetry in their banquet room, the newest flat screen HD TV in your guest rooms, and your restaurants can serve the best food on this side of the Pacific Ocean. But if good people aren't in place, the hotel will suffer. You know, we're just a month or so removed from the holiday season. And during that time, I enjoyed visiting with family members and friends. And as I get older, I'm starting to learn to appreciate the quality time and the opportunity that I have to spend with some of my older relatives. Many of my aunts and uncles are in their upper 80s, some are in their 90s. I even have some cousins that are close to being 70. And I enjoy spending time with them. Now, in my job with Choice, my assigned task is typically to stand in front of a group of people and talk. And I like to talk, and I talk a lot. But when I get around my older relatives, I sit and I listen. And this holiday season, I had an opportunity to listen. And I just sat there and listened to them share stories with each other. They talked about things that they did 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and even 50 years ago. One of them even said, "I remember the day you were born, Leon." And she gave a whole rundown of everything that was going on that day. And then another older cousin chimed in, "Yeah, and I remember changing your diaper." And as I sat there and analyzed what was going on, it struck me that life is so much about sharing love and sharing memories. Then I continued to think, how many jobs, how many careers, how many industries are there that employees can do something memorable? And one career that continuously entered my mind was that of hospitality, particularly hotels. People visit our hotels for a variety of reasons: sales visits, site visits, regional meetings, family events, just to name a few. Well, a few years ago, I went to my cousin's wedding in Pittsburgh, and we're very close, we're like brothers. And the wedding was taking place at a high-end hotel in Pittsburgh, and the reception was going to take place in an adjoining room. He and his fiancée had been engaged for about a year and a half, and they had this elaborate wedding production planned. About 15 minutes before the wedding, my cousin looked at me, and he gave me that look of worry, that look of, he was worried. And all of you know loved ones in your life that when they look at you with that look on their face, you can tell when something's wrong. And I went up to my cousin and I said, "What's wrong?" And he said, "Nothing." And I went to the others in the bridal party and all of his friends, and I said, "What's wrong with Vic?" And they all said, "Nothing." And I went over to Vic again, and I said, "What's wrong, man? Come on, talk to me." And he said, "I'm nervous." And I said, "What are you nervous about?" He said, "I'm nervous because I can't dance. And I'm going to have to dance at the reception." So he looked at me with that, "Come on and save the day, Leon," look on his face. And so, as a good brother, cousin, what did I try to do? Save the day. So we went to an adjoining room, and I said, "I'm going to teach you how to dance." I am not a dancer at all. But I figured if I could sell him on a couple things, we'd have it made. And so we go in the room, and I start a little beat. And he says, "What do I do now?" I said, "Well, snap with me." And he starts snapping. And I said, "Here's what we're going to do. I need you to be cool. Just start doing this." And my cousin starts going. I said, yeah, you got it." One of the members of the banquet staff came in because the room we were in is where the reception was going to be held. Her name was Carla. Carla came up to us and she said, "What's going on here?" I said, "I'm trying to teach him to dance." And she said, No, step back, I'll do it." And Carla taught my cousin how to dance. And here's what she told him. Dancing is very much like going to a movie. You have a soda in one hand, popcorn in the other, and now I want you to pretend you are late for the movie. And the only seat available is that one over there. And that when you go to that seat holding your soda and popcorn, you can't walk to the seat. You have to shuffle. And she says, "Go ahead and shuffle." Now, we're about 7 minutes before the wedding now. So here's Vic. And he's stomping them out. And she says, "Ease up." And so Vic starts to ease up. And she says, "Now listen, every time you go that way, I want you to say, 'Go to your seat.'" And so here's Vic. "Go to your seat. Go to your seat. Go to your seat." And he gets over here and she goes, "Sit down." So he sits down. And she says, "Now where do you have to go halfway through the movie?" "To the bathroom." And she says, "Stand up, scoot that way and say, 'Go to the bathroom.'" And away we go. So he says, "I got it." The wedding ceremony takes place. Everyone shakes hands, kiss, we take the pictures and all of that, and we go next door for the reception. Everything is going well. His wife is dancing with her father, and it's now time for Vic to go up and say, "May I cut in? It's time for me to dance." And when it's Vic's time to get up there, he says, "I ain't going up there. I ain't going." I said, "Vic, come on." Carla came over and forced him up there. And she said, "I'm going to be looking at you and supporting you all the way." And he got up there and he didn't look at his new bride. He looked right over at Carla. And Carla went, and Vic went, and away he went. And I said, "Yes, he's got it, yes, yes, yes." I ran over to Carla and started high-fiving her. It was great. Then, Vic's wife is looking at him with this stupid look on her face. And I'm wondering what's going on. I'm dancing with my wife. I get close to Vic, and guess what he's saying? "Go to your seat. Go to the bathroom. Go to your seat. Go to the bathroom." Now, that story was shared with our relatives during the holiday season. Memories. We all remember that hotel, and we all remember Carla. Carla could have easily said, "I'm just here to work in banquets. I'm not doing anything else," but she didn't do that. She did something to create a lasting memory. And that's something that our jobs allow us to do, create memories on special things that we can do with our guests. In today's world of social media, Those that work in our industry and don't provide top-notch service can quickly be called out for not doing so. I teach social media workshops with Choice, and I'm amazed at the number of comments I read on social media networks in which guests have called out hotel employees by name for not doing the right thing, for not taking care of it. That's something we can't have. We can't have that in our hotels at all. You know, just a few years ago, poor service notification structures went something like this. This guest had a bad stay, they would tell 10 people, they would tell 5, and so forth. Now, because of social media, everyone can find out about it. So it's important that we all understand what could happen. Now, social media can also provide an opportunity for guests to tell the world about excellent service and memorable experiences that hotel employees provide. And for the past 7 years, hotel researchers have talked about the number of internet sites, the number of social media networks that people turn to before they make a hotel decision. You would be surprised at the ages of folks that view social media networks. My mom is 86. My father passed away about 10 years ago. Mom has reconnected with her high school boyfriend. And I am so happy. They get together on schedule every Monday, every Wednesday, every Friday, and every Sunday after church. That's what they do. They go downstairs to the courting room. Some of you might know what a courting room is. I walk in the house, when I pull up there and I see his car, I know he's there, and I bust in the house and I go, "What's going on around here?" And usually they say, "Oh, come on down, say hi," and I go down. This one particular Sunday I showed up and I said, "What's going on around here?" And her boyfriend said, "Come down here, boy, I need to talk to you." So I go downstairs and he goes, "Do you got a YouTube?" I said, "What?" He's like 88. "Do you got a YouTube?" "Yeah, I have a YouTube channel. Why?" He goes, "Pull it up." And the only thing I've ever heard an 88-year-old person say pull up is some young kid, "Pull up your pants." I've never heard him say pull it up. And so I go, "I can't. Mom doesn't have internet access." He says, "Don't you have one of those fancy phones?" I said, "Yes, I do." He says, "Get it out." So I take out my phone. And he goes in his pocket and yanks out a piece of paper. On that piece of paper, he has a URL. Kinda. On that piece of paper, it says www, and in place of a dot, he has the word dot. www dot u, not Y-O-U, u, the letter, tube.com. And I go, "Give it here, I got it." And I put it in my phone, and I go, "Wow, look at this." And I show it to him. It's a video of his great-granddaughter. My mother and her boyfriend looked at this video. They shared my mobile device. They're looking at it. Tears started coming down this guy's eyes. My mother is just amazed at what's going on. I said, "Wow, that's great, that's great." My mom looks at me and says, "When am I going to have some great-grandchildren?" A few minutes later, her boyfriend looks at his watch and says, "It's only 4 o'clock. What are you doing the rest of the day?" I said, "Nothing. Why?" "Come on, let's go to Best Buy. I want to get me a computer." And we go to Best Buy and we get a computer. Guess where he and my mother spend most of their time? At his house, looking at things on social media. So, fast forward a few months after that. I am in Atlanta and I got sick while there. I told my mother I was sick. The next morning, there's a knock at the door. I go over, and it's Pedro the bellman. I said, "What's up, man?" He says, "I heard you were sick, and I'm here to see if you need anything." "How did you know I was sick?" "We got a call from a lady who said she's your mother. And I'm trying to put it together. So I called Mom and I said, how did you know anything? And she said, we searched it on YouTube. And we went to that hotel's Facebook page, and everyone there was saying great things about Pedro. All the small things he has done to make their stay better, to make their stay memorable. And she said, if Pedro can do those things, I'm sure he could get you some chicken soup. And I showed all of this stuff to Pedro. If you don't think you make a difference and people are talking about it, please get with it. You are making a difference at what's going on in the lives of our guests. Today, all of you should feel proud of your accomplishments. You should feel proud of the fact that you were nominated for awards. You should be thrilled that someone at your hotel, your owner, your manager, department supervisor, or an even guest have recognized and appreciate the work you do. Your families, coworkers, supervisors, and I celebrate with you today. And I encourage you to continue to do everything you can to make sure that you are making lasting memories for your guest. You have the opportunity to create memories that can turn into legendary stories for everyone that you come in contact with every day. You are in an industry where you can really do something memorable for people every day at work, and not many industries allow that. Again, I congratulate all of you on your nominations. Congratulations to the award winners. Thank you for having me, and enjoy the rest of the event. Thank you.